Which contains 1008 parts, 21 Madhuris. So this is from Siddhant Madhuri. So here Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu is comparing this material world to an inn or tavern. Just like people travel, especially in ancient times, in older times, people used to travel and they would come to the inn. Nowadays we have hotels. Similarly, so travelers, they would come and stay in the hotel and get a room, they will get food, all the conveniences. And similarly, long ago there used to be taverns or inns where travelers would be able to come, get something to eat, drink, etc. Maybe even get a room to rest. So he's comparing the world to a place like that, where travelers would be able to come and they will gather there. Especially merchants. The merchants, they used to travel in ancient time. They will travel to far, far countries. And from different countries. So all of these people will meet in this inn or tavern. In the same way, we, the individual souls, we are travelers. And we come in this world. We meet in this world. We are also merchants. We're looking to buy something, get something. What we're trying to get, most people in the world doesn't understand. We are looking for happiness. But we are looking for it in different ways and different things. So we are buying, we're like merchants. And we are searching for happiness in different things. In people, something in husband, something in wife, something if I were to get a lot of money, win the lotto, something if I will have such a motor car, this kind of motor car, Mercedes Benz, Rolls Royce, a Lexus, if I would have this kind of house, I will be happy. So we are looking for these things. Verily we are merchants. And we are thinking this will make us happy. So the souls keep rotating. The different desha say, from different countries. We are coming from different forms of life. Iha che dashakar bodhum prak sharyasya vissasa tata sarveshu lokeshu shariratva kalpate. Kathopanishad 2, 3, 4. The Vedas tells us the soul, Jivatma, bhatakte hai, 84 lakh yoni. It keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. Desh means different life form. According to our karma, according to whatever kinds of action we perform, after we lose this very valuable human birth, who knows what will happen to us afterwards? Yah Jag bhavitum tadi bhavati purusha. It's in our hands, हमारे हाथ में है कि कहाँ जाएंगे according to action. भगवान फल देते हैं. God is the one who's given the fruit, but He gives it accordingly to our actions. We cannot blame Bhagwan, we cannot blame anyone. Whatever happens to us ultimately is determined by our own action, what we decide to do. Whatever form of action, whatever actions we perform. So accordingly, God gives us free will. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhurmate sangostva karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. तो श्री कृष्ण कर्म करने का अधिकार सबको देते हैं. Shri Krishna gives us free will. The right to perform action is given to everyone. But He reserves the right to give the fruit. He gives the fruit accordingly. And this will determine where we will go. Ultimately, we come back in this material world, we'll get human form. And even in this world also you have 8.4 million forms of life. Even they are looking. सब चाहते हैं. Not only human beings. Every form of life wants happiness. Whether it's a dog, a cat, a donkey, a worm, a tree. Whichever form, the soul keeps rotating. It is looking for happiness. And we all meet up in this material world. Searching. Ultimately, the best one, we can say from the best country, the best one will be human birth. Because only in the human birth the action performed bears fruits. Number one. And number two, we can become free from Maya. We can attain the ultimate aim of life, God-realization, whereas we never have to come back in this world and suffer. So this comparison is being given. We all merchants coming from different forms of life. Ultimately we get the human birth and we are looking to get that ultimate happiness. There's something very valuable we're looking for. Where to find it is a different thing. Yah Jag Sarai Hare Here, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu is saying that whoever comes in this world, he is a Maya Badh. He is bounded by Maya. He is under the control of Maya. This sounds strange because there are other people, other souls, other personalities who come in the world who are not under Maya. The saints come also. Mahapurush log bhi aate hain. And Bhagavan also comes from time to time. God descends. So why is he saying only those who come, all those who come, they are Maya Badh. So he's referring to the merchants, Saudagar, those who are looking for that precious thing, to buy that precious thing. The others, they already have it. जो बाकी जो लोग हैं जैसे महापुरुष और भगवान, वो चीज उनके पास है. So the rest, whether it's God or the saint, they already have attained that precious thing, which is called prem, divine love, divine bliss, premanand. We are searching in the wrong place, we are buying the wrong thing. And because of that, we keep rotating all the time. The next line says, इस सराय में कोई कमात है और कोई धन मूल गमाए. So some people gain, some get. The merchants, they eventually find a real thing. If we go under shelter of a true saint, true guru, we take shelter from a true saint, one who has acquired this precious gem already, Bhagavad Prapt Mahapurush, and we listen to him. We listen to his instruction. Agya palan karte. We follow his instruction, whatever instruction he gives to us. We don't apply our mind, we go according to his instruction. We'll find that gem. Somebody's looking. There's places in the world that you have diamonds, you have gold, and everywhere you'll find it. And those who have found it and they know, and if we listen to them and we go there, someone says, go to South Africa, you will get diamonds, you will get gold, and go in such and such a place. So there are countries where these things are abundant, right? There are countries where oil is abundant. If you go to some country, you would not get it. You would not find a diamond and the gold, but we decide I'm going to look anyhow. So you keep looking, you won't find anything. Right? So we have to go to someone who has found it already. जो जानते हैं कहाँ मिलेगा. The one who knows where to find it, the one who has attained it himself, who has it. So if we listen to him, we follow his instruction, we'll also find that precious gem. The things we're looking, that thing that we're looking to buy, it is priceless. We cannot pay for it, yet we don't have to pay any price. बहुत विचित्र बात है. Very strange thing. Something is priceless. You cannot, even if you were to give all the money, all the wealth in uncountable solar system, it cannot pay for that precious thing. Yet, to attain it, you don't have to pay anything. There's no price. All we have to do is surrender. Listen to the saint. Follow his instruction. He says, go over there and dig. There's something buried there, treasure buried over there. He shows us the exact spot. Go over there and dig, you'll find it. So the saint comes and tells us, look, you're all looking for happiness, being a fraction of happiness. You want only happiness. How to find it, where to find it, he also tells us. Happiness can be found only in Shri Krishna. As Shri Krishna is happiness, it can be found in any person or object in the world. You have been searching for uncountable lifetime and have not found it because you've been looking in the wrong place. जहाँ नहीं है वहाँ खोजते. We have been looking in the wrong place. Now the one who knows where to find it is telling us. We have to listen. He tells us how to find it. What we have to do, what kind of instruments we have to use, what kind of sadhana. ये साधन बताते हैं. What kind of instruments, what practice we have to do to attain that most precious thing. If we listen, we'll find it. If we go according to his instruction, we'll find it. So some will gain, some will get. कोई कमाते हैं, and some will lose. We lose everything. We lose this precious human birth also. This human birth that devatas are praying and begging for. It's so difficult. That verse I told from Katha Upanishad. 2nd canto, 3rd chapter, 4th verse. That Ved Mantra is saying, After billions and billions, Sargeshu, Kripalu Jagadguru, Kripalu Mahaprabhu, Jagadgurutam saying, he has told us, Sarg means, people give different translation. People take a dictionary and try to translate. Every word in the Vedas, you can find hundreds, if thousands of meaning. So he tells us the word Sarg means kalp. One kalp. One kalp means 12 hours of Brahma. Approximately 4 billion years. A little more than that. But, and Sargeshu, plural. After many, many kalp, we get a chance to get birth in the human form. So difficult and so rare. We lose that too. If we don't, somebody may think, okay, I have met I have met the greatest saint, Jagadguru Kripalu Mahaprabhu, I am going Satsang. It means my way to Golok is fixed. I have to guarantee Golok. No. There's no guarantee. If we do what does our mind say, we don't follow his instruction, we don't do Agya Palan, we do Manumani instead, then we can lose everything. Having attained everything, we can lose everything. So we can gain everything or we can lose everything. This is up to us. Having come into this world where we can find it, we have to come here to get it. We can't find it in heaven, and we cannot go to Golok until we become divine. We can't find it anywhere else, neither in Patalok, nor in heaven, nor in hell, anywhere. Only here we can find it. So we are in the right place. We have found a person to tell us where to find it. All we have to do now is to go according to his instruction. Merchants will come, there were thieves also would go there. They know that these people have money. These are merchants, and they would come there, and so the thief knew that, and they will go and rob them, loot them. They'll go and rob them. In the same way, इस सराय में चोर प्रबल है, काम क्रोध बहुताय. So in the same way, there are thieves that steal everything from us. Thieves within us. within our mind. Very powerful thieves. Calm, lust, desire, krodh, anger, lobh, greed, ego, ahankar, mad, arrogance, many thieves. There are many thieves. And if we're not careful, they will steal everything from us. As I mentioned a couple nights ago, how dangerous anger is. We get angry and we think nobody thinks it's a bad thing. And we lose everything. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Krodha bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti viprama smriti vanshad buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. Chapter 2 verse 63 Gita. So we get angry, someone doesn't do what we want, they don't fulfill our desire, they don't listen to us, we get angry. We're all selfish. We want our happiness. And if someone goes against that, then we get angry. And what happens when we get angry? From anger comes delusion. From delusion, we lose our memory. When we lose the memory, we lose the power to discriminate. And everything is destroyed. All our bhakti, all our sadhana is destroyed. Everything. Lust, greed, jealousy. You have to be very careful and keep a watchful eye on our mind. Ye bade chor hai. He's a very big thief. They will steal our bhakti, our devotion if we're not careful. Right? It's the nature of the mind. We see someone is getting some attention, we think I should need more attention. You go to the Guru, and the Guru is given more attention to someone, and we start judging right away. We judge Guru also. And we get jealous. Even in the world, we get jealous. But we have to keep an eye. If Guru is given attention to someone, we cannot, number one, we don't know why Guru is, outwardly he could be given attention to somebody and is actually given attention to somebody else. He could be scolding someone and is actually scolding somebody else. This person can take the scolding, the other one can't. But by hearing, he will get the lesson that this is the wrong thing I'm doing. Hopefully, he's thinking like that. So he's scolding one person, but actually this is lesson for another person. You would not scold the other person directly because they're not strong enough. You scold them, they leave satsang and run away. So we have to be very careful. And don't judge at the action. Don't look outwardly at what the saint is doing. No, we judge. So we commit nama aparadh, one thing, and then secondly also we get jealous. Right? Shri Maharaji is given an incident. Janak ji, he was the father of Sita, Mother Sita. So Janak used to go in the forest. His guru was in the forest, and the guru had other chelas. But when Janak ji would go, he was seen to be given preferential treatment. He would be made to sit in front in a nice seat, और सुंदर आसन देते थे, आगे बैठाते थे. So all the other disciples, they saw this and they got so jealous. Oh, Raja hai. He is a king, so he's getting preferential treatment. And Guru, he saw, he knew everything. So Guru thought, hey, Bhagwan, they committed nama aparadh. They are judging the Guru. So the Guru decided to teach them. So through his Yoga Maya Shakti, in the forest, people didn't have much. Living in the forest, This is in the age of Treta Yuga, ancient time. So they would just have langot, a piece of cloth to tie around the loin, no clothes and anything, maybe a dhoti, maybe, mostly langot. So they will just have maybe two, one they will bathe and hang it to dry and wear the other one. So the langot will hang it on a line, and the Guru, through his Yog Maya Shakti, made fire catch on the langot. While teaching, this happened, everybody got up and ran to save their little langot. It's just a tiny strip of cloth. Forget Guruji. They ran to save that. Again now the Guru he again through the Yog Maya Shakti, his power, he made a fire in the palace of Janak, Mithila. Messengers came, Raja, Maharaj, the palace is on fire. No effect. Janak sat quietly. Guruji, dusra mantra, tell down a mantra. No effect. Now the fire is blazing, the horses are dying, the queens are dying, everything. Again the messengers came. Oh Raja, oh Maharaj, the queen, the fire is killing them, killing the horse, everything is no effect on Janak. Guruji, please tell her a mantra. He didn't, no effect. And the other disciples are looking. We, just for to save a little piece of cloth, we forgot Guruji, ran to go and save it. And here is king. Immense treasure, immense wealth. Everything has been destroyed, and yet no effect. Immediately they realize the mistake. So we have to be very careful. Don't look outwardly and cause this jealousy and all these things to come inside of us, and then it harms us. These are the thieves. Ye chor hai. It steals our bhakti, it steals our sadhana, everything. So they are big thieves, and we have to be very careful. God, this is the wealth, this bhakti, this is when we do sadhana. Our love starts increasing for Radha Krishna, for Radha Rani. Our love to chant Radhe Radhe, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. For Maharaji, we will lose it if we allow these thieves to come in. So we have to safeguard from that. Alright? Sarai other words, in this world also, Shri Krishna pervades in every particle. We don't have to go to Golok to find him. Some special place. If you think we have to go, Kripalu Jagat Gurutam, Kripalu Mahaprabhu says if you go to high mountain, they go die. You don't have to go all these places. Shri Krishna is sitting in our heart. He is in every particle of the world. Eko Deva Sarva Bhuteshu Budha Sarva Vyapi Sarva Bhutantaratma Karma Dhyaksha Sarva Lokadivasa Sakshi Cheta Kevalo Nirgunascha. Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 6 verse 11. The Vedas say Shri Krishna pervades in each and every particle of the world. So here in the world we can find that. We can find Shri. He's also in that tavern in this world. And we can find him. He is the ultimate treasure. By finding Shri Krishna, we will get that supreme divine happiness, divine bliss. Shri Krishna is that. But there's something we have to do. To do it. Prema bhaje balabhar. We have to worship him with love. Prem se. So something, as I said, we have, this is the most precious thing, and we have to pay for it. The price is love, prem. So there's two different prem. I'm not going to go in great detail here. One we have to practice, and one we are going to attain. There's two bhakti. Bhakti means prem, prem means bhakti. So one bhakti we have to do. One prayer we have to do, we have to practice sadhana, and one we will attain through the grace of a Rasik saint, one who has attained it himself. All of this is available right here. So by practicing bhakti, sadhana bhakti, slowly the heart and mind will become purified. We have to make the vessel first, and then if we are under the shelter of a true Rasik saint, one who has attained that divine love, divine bliss himself, he will give that to us, he will give Shri Krishna to us. Everything is right here. Don't think we have to go to Golok to find Shri Krishna. He's sitting in our heart. The same Shri Krishna in Golok, the same Radha Rani in Golok, is sitting in our heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Junatishnati. Chapter 18, verse 61, Gita, that same Veda mantra I told you, Shvetashvatara Upanishad is saying the same thing. Chapter 6, verse 11, Shri Krishna is sitting in the heart of every living. He's in every particle of the world. But to find him, the thing we have to do to find him, Premate Prakata Hoi Mai Jana. Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. God pervades everywhere. Not only in the mandir, not only in the murti, as most people think in the world. They have to go mandir to pray to find Bhagwan, they have to go somewhere in the Himalayas, they have to go somewhere, Tirupati, they have to go Vaishnavi, somewhere. No. God is everywhere. Equally, samana means equally. 100% everywhere. Some places we have to go, it will help. There's an atmosphere, like someone may say, okay, then why do I have to go Bhakti Dham, Guru Dham? There is something special. It doesn't mean that Maharaji is not here also, is only in Guru Dham, only in Bhakti Dham, that Shri Krishna is only in Vrindavan, he's everywhere. But when we go there's an atmosphere created by the saint. There's an atmosphere that God, Dham or Dhami ek hai. The bhed nahi hai. The Dham and the one who's appeared there, they are one and the same. Dham and Dhami. In other words, Bhakti Dham and Shri Maharaji is one and the same. There's no difference. So this helps. Knowing that when you go, the more you accept that, the more you understand that and feel that, you will experience Maharaji. But doesn't mean that he's not here also. He's everywhere. But these places help, especially when we're sadhak, is important. Eventually, when you reach a certain point, you'll find him everywhere in the world, everywhere. So, Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra Samana, but prema te prakat koi nahi jana. Through love. We have to practice bhakti. We have to do sadhana. Right? We have to love him. We have to follow the path of bhakti, especially shown to us by a true Rasik saint. And we will find the treasure. And we don't need anything to pay for it. Love, that's the payment. Loving him selflessly, nishkam prem. Without any desire for one's own happiness. This is much more. We'll hear some other time. Ladli Lal Ki Jai. We'll go to so number 30. Oh, you want to take a picture from me? Sure. There, she didn't wasn't able to copy it. It's not in the new one, right?
Oh
Bye.